exam season again, but today I have prepared a lot of study method for me to try out and for me to make preparation for my exam. Let's just get into it. For the first study method, I have prepared. Oh my god, I really need a recording. Okay, there's like no microphone here, but I'm just going to pretend that there's microphone so that I don't feel awkward while recording this. So the first study method that I have prepared is the Pomodoro technique. So if you don't know what's a Pomodoro technique, so according to Google, it is a time management method based on 25-minute stretch of focus work broken by 5-minute breaks. Meaning like you make a timer for yourself for you to solely focus on your work, and then you set another timer for you to have a break, and you just have to follow that timer. But it doesn't usually mean that you have to use a 25-5. You can use like 30-10, 40-10, or 45-35. On the first day, I used 25-5 for my technique. Yeah. There's a lot to choose from, but yikes. I think I've been caught that I've been using Pomodoro. As soon as the timer starts to go off, I immediately get into work. As you can see before, I choose the 25-minute session and the 5-minute break. So I just have to do my revision for about 25 minutes, and then I can have a break for about 5 minutes. To be honest, I used this technique before, but I never really like focus onto it or make a serious focus towards the timer, and I never really follow the timer. I just go along with it, I guess. So since it's the first day, I thought that I could take it slow and try to build up slowly for my timer from the Pomodoro technique. So I use 25-5 before I get into the higher number or a bigger number, you know. So it's finally break time, and as you can see, we have like a minute left until I have to get back to my work. But yeah, I'm tired. I'm not tired from the study, but I'm tired from
School. From school.
At this point, I'm just going to romanticize it. I'm just waiting for the tick bye button to just go off. You're gonna hear it's gonna tick like so damn loud that it just like makes you pop. Like it gives you the thing. What? Yep. Alright, I'm gonna go back to work. Okay. For the first few session, it was great. I did pretty great, and I was pretty motivated too, since it's like my first time actually trying it and actually like pouring my focus onto it. So I would say overall it's pretty good. So when we get to the third or fourth session, it kind of get a pretty little bit tiring. Overall, I would rate it a solid 9 out of 10. That's how high it is, and that's how effective it is. I definitely will recommend it to anyone who wants to focus on their study and like to make a revision, or for like someone who have a hard time staying still or having a hard time to trust yourself. The Feynman technique. I don't know why I'm still holding onto this microphone, but yeah. So basically the Feynman technique is just that you explaining a topic or concept that you just learned to someone else. Honestly, this technique is pretty hard for me because this is my first time trying this technique, and I never even tried this before. And to be honest, I have a communication problem because I usually explain it in a way that I understand, but others don't. So I'm gonna be explaining it to you guys right now. Yeah. Okay, I get it. So I'm gonna explain Melayu. Yeah. Bab 4 is about era peralihan kuasa. Okay, you know what? We don't care about the title, but just it's basically like life after perang. Lepas Jepun menyerah kalah kepada British take over our country, Tanah Melayu. This video of me trying this technique is the hardest one yet, because I realized how much I lack of understanding of the subject and also suffer. Oh my god, it's explain Malay. Tanpa izin, tak adalah Malayan Union ini. Okay, faham? Saya pun tak faham. The only thing I realized from this technique is the information that I knew is from the memorization and not from the understanding of the topic. So I think Feynman technique is not really for me because I
I think I have like communication problem, and the way the way like I'm trying to like explain something and give out my information is like so bad. Also, I think I need to study this chapter again and again and again until I truly understand it, because you can see like how much information I have left my body. So I'm going to try this technique one more time, but on economy turn. I just read it like the 8 o'clock just now, so I want to make sure that is it only for sejarah that I don't really get it, or is it for every other subject that this technique just like don't work for me. So yeah,
I don't really know if I can rate it right now because I don't fully understand the concept and I lack of knowledge of it, and I just overall it's a mess. Okay, it's a mess. Like me who have a hard time and trouble for communication with someone, this technique might not be for you because doesn't mean that you don't necessarily understand something. Wait a minute, maybe I just don't understand something. This technique is just not for me. Would I recommend it to someone? I don't know, but I would recommend it to someone. Depends on who's asking about it. Anyway, this technique is pretty good so that you can know what you lack of knowledge of. So yeah. Million bank question. So honestly, I don't think anyone have ever heard of this study method before, and even if you search it, it won't come out anywhere because I found it once when I was searching to Pinterest, and I was like, wow, this is kind of good. This method is like kind of getting it to me, and I just want to try it out because it seemed interesting. Maybe this study method exists, but just in a different name of it. Million bank question is a study method where you make a question out of the subtopic that you have learned. Every subtopic that you learn or you're memorizing it, you make a question out of it so that it will be easier for you to understand and for you to memorize it. So I changed like my study environment right now because I feel like I've been stuck too much at my room, and you probably get bored because I just like recording at my room every single day. But yeah, this is another change of me. I honestly never heard of this study method before. I only found it on Pinterest when I was like finding for my motivation study. So yeah, here I am gonna be trying to use it, and I'm gonna like let you know if it works or not, or if I'm gonna use it in the future, or if it's even good for me. So yeah, let's get into it. I think the difficulty of this technique depends on how you study. For me, I don't really like to read the subject I'm learning before answering question. I prefer to just jump straight to the question. I was going through this study method, I just gave up at one point. Not even 20 minutes in, I gave up, and I just need to go and find for food. So I'm kind of hungry right now, so I'm gonna like walk to my local convenience store. I mean, I'm walking because I can't order. The front gate is locked, and it's way expensive to order on Grab. Ugh. I really don't want to go right now. While I'm walking, I think I'm gonna use that technique right now because I'm much more productive and motivated when I'm doing like something. So yeah, let's just get done with it. I'm here. So just because I go grab some food, that doesn't mean I completely abandon this study method. I just use this study method while I'm walking. And I'm finally home. Overall, the study method was a good-ish, I would say. If I would rate it, it would be 5 out of 10 because it's not bad, but it's like not good, because I think a lot of people use it without even knowing it, because you just make a question out of subtopic that you learn. Would it make me focus? Not really, because while I was thinking of the question, I would be thinking through food, what to eat, what am I going to watch when I'm having my study break, what am I going to read. This study method is good because instead of just passively memorizing a knowledge that you want to memorize, I think it will be much more effective for you to make a question out of the things that you want to memorize instead of
memorizing it, you know. I recommend it to someone, yes. Would it first come into my mind for recommendation? No, but I would recommend this to someone and anyone and everyone. Flashcard and active recall. So flashcard is basically just flashcard. What else is there to explain about it? But if you don't know what is active recall, I need to search it up so I can get the right word. So for me to make the flashcard, I first need to understand the information that I just obtained. So before I use the flashcard, I need to read the chapter again and understand it before I write it into the flashcard. Honestly, you can just search up flash note for your whatever subject that you want to use it for, but for me, I think it will be much more effective if I understand the subject that I'm trying to learn and just wrote it all off onto the flashcard. So I'm done with 2 chapters for economy, and although I haven't complete yet, but I think this is for now is good enough, and I'm just gonna leave it here and go to sleep, and then tomorrow morning I'm gonna finish it until chapter 4. Spoiler alert, I did not finish the flashcard tomorrow morning, and nor did I even did the active recall. I can't read the flashcard because I did not finish the chapter. That's like only 4 chapters. Yes. But it's so thick. Like one chapter is like this big, this much, this many. So that's an excuse, by the way. Exam paper. I don't know if you can call this a study method, but exam paper is one of the study method that I'm gonna be using in this video. I use like previous year exam paper, not like exactly previous year. It could be like 2020, 2019. Usually you can obtain past year exam paper for like 2019, 2018 or 2020 much more easier than 2021, 2022. But I have an app that I use that have a exam paper, so it's pretty much effective for me and it's good for me. So right now my room is like so dark because I didn't charge my study lamp and it's so dark. I just need to charge it. Oh my god. I have this like app where you can have where it's like studyable app, and this app have like exam paper. Like look at this. Okay, I'm using my flashlight, okay? Don't judge me. But look at this, look at it's literally so good, and yeah, I'm gonna be using it for my study. I didn't get to record the part where I used the app for my past year exam paper, so here is me using the physical past year exam paper for my study. Oh, and if you didn't know, my study lamp just broke out, so I'm using a flashlight right now. As you can see, it's very inconvenient. I can talk about 1,000 reasons why this study method is so good. This study method not only gives you much more information and knowledge, but it also helps you to awake your brain on the previous knowledge that you gained but you lost it, and also helps you to understand the structure of the. Last but not least, I would rate the past year exam paper study method a solid 10 out of 10. Yay! Honestly, both Pomodoro technique and the past year exam paper technique is so good, but I think past year exam paper is much more effective. Not least, as you guys has been waiting for, I'm trying the Feynman technique for the second time. Oh, the Feynman technique where I used the board before to explain something. Well, this time I'm not gonna use board. I'm gonna like explain myself like a teacher, like to my friends, because I just realized that I haven't completely doing the Feynman technique because I don't know if it works or not, because I'm using a board at that time and I don't know what's happening right now. So I'm gonna use it right now to see if it works or not. Yay! Oh my god. After trying out this technique for the second time, now I am sure that this technique works. Depends on how you use it. Before I use it on a whiteboard, it is not that effective. Now when I am explaining it in a way I understand, it is much better. Now I will rate it a solid 7 out of 10. Yeah.
And if I really try hard, I think I would give it a much more higher rate. But for now, let's just keep it 7. I think 7 also is pretty high for me who just have a low understanding of it. So that's it for the video. I'm probably gonna make a lot more study video in the future. I mean, I have SPM next year, bro, but yeah, it's probably gonna be a lot of studying. So yeah, I'm just gonna documentary my life. But yeah, it's finally over. I improved so much. Thank you for watching.